Hi and welcome back to part 3 of our better breathing. So we've so far looked at the long deep breathing and we've looked at our golden thread breath. Now there are many types of breathing techniques, but these are good ones to start as beginners. What we're going to look at in this part 3 is some mobility exercises for the thoracic spine and the surrounding muscles to try and improve the ability for that rib cage to expand. So first of all, we're going to look at serratus anterior. Now this is the muscle that sits between the rib cage and the shoulder blades, and it's fan shaped, so it spreads almost like my fingers do across the rib cage, and that allows for the expansion and closing of the intercostal muscles and the ribs. So it's really important that we have good mobility and strength through the serratus anterior. So starting on your back, and again, the knees can be bent or the legs can be out straight. That's entirely up to you. All I'm going to do is take the arms up towards the ceiling. And I'm going to take a breath in and I'm going to stretch up towards the ceiling with my fingertips. So I'm feeling like the shoulder blades are moving away from one another. As I exhale, I'm just going to gently press the shoulder blades towards the floor. So I'm breathing in. And I'm going to visualize I'm breathing into the space between the shoulder blades. As I breathe out, I'm gently pushing the shoulder blades down, but I make sure they're not shrugged up towards my ears, so they're actually traveling down towards my feet a little bit. Breath in, really stretch up, and breath out, drawing down. And you can repeat that about 8 to 10 times. We can also add in some single movements. I'm reaching one arm up, in and out. So especially if you found that you struggled to breathe into one side of the rib cage more than the other. Breath in, reaching up. Breath out, gently pressing down. Again, about 8 to 10 reps alternating sides. From here now, I'm turning the palms towards my feet. I'm going to take a breath in, reaching up, and I'm trying to open up the chest, and exhale, coming back. Now note, what I want you to watch for is that as the arms come overhead, that the rib cage doesn't follow. So we want to actually open up into the chest. So it might be that you need to take the arms slightly wider, or you don't quite meet the floor. So just breath in, feel the space across the chest expand, and release it back down. Again, 8 to 10 reps, watching those shoulder blades aren't up around the ears. We can take a similar exercise in sitting or kneeling, and I'm going to do this in kneeling from here. So from this, I'm going to take a breath in, opening up the chest, minding the plant, and coming back. Breath in, open up the space from the collarbones to the tips of the shoulders, and if I want to now, I can just round the upper back as I come back in. So breath in, opening up, breath out, and I'm just rounding the space between the shoulder blades, a little bit like I was reaching towards the ceiling. And exhale. Good. One more here. And out. So we've opened up the front and the back of the rib cage. Now we're going to use needle thread. I really like needle thread. So from here, I'm on all fours, and I'm going to bend this elbow closest to you, and I'm going to reach through. And what I'm going to do from here is take a big breath in between my shoulder blades and into that mid-back. And then exhale, coming the other way. Bending the elbow, reaching through, breath in, breath out, coming the other way. And you can keep alternating sides, whether you use the breath in or out, or I like to hold it and take that breath in. But what we're doing is creating some rotation around the thoracic spine, because that's where the ribs insert and the intercostal muscles are traveling across that space. So it's bringing in some little bit of movement. If that's too strong for you in needle thread, simple drill, again sitting, I know I'm kneeling on this video, but sitting on a chair upright, take a breath in, sliding one hand forwards, exhale, coming back to center, inhale, reaching and sliding, exhale, coming back to center. And again, I'm focusing on breathing in to the space at the back of the rib cage and shoulders. This is quite a nice one to do when you sat watching telly, or it might be sat on the edge of the bed in a morning to get you going. Okay, to summarise, we have learnt the importance of breathing well and its physical and emotional benefits. A reminder that this isn't government guideline advice for COVID-19, but there are some guidelines that are coming out around breathing better. So to think about what we've learnt about how the diaphragm works and the different directions of movement and where that breathing should be going. We've learned long, deep breathing, golden thread breath, and we've learnt some simple thoracic and mid-back mobility and strengthening exercises. There are many more types of exercises that could go along with that. I've just introduced 2 or 3 to start, but there are more on our YouTube channel. If you have any questions around what we've discussed over the last 3 videos, then feel free to get in touch. Thank you. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.